bit deeper on. I just want to like level set everyone on what is AI. Per definition, AI is the capability of a software to replicate connective functions that is normally found in human. And why is it vital right now? Because it's transforming the industries. It's helps, like optimizing processes and enhancing some operations. And you can see this, like this transformation is happening in healthcare and finance, also in entertainment, in EV cars, and other innovation sections. Sectors. Let's move to the other slide. So what is AI innovation? So it's the process of leveraging AI. Within AI, you have different flavors, right? So we're not going to deep, it's not an introduction to AI, but we'll just like touch the surface a little bit. So basically, it's the process of leveraging AI in adding AI into creating, like new products or services or processes or business model. Essentially, it's going to help deliver more value and have an impact on your operation and outcomes. Utilizing AI technologies such as machine learning, natural language processing, or computer vision will essentially help the organization solve more complex model and deliver faster, be more efficient. And this is, you can see this like across the several industries. Let's move on to the next slide. So I've pulled this really fast, but I was curious to see like what is the AI adoption in Canada. And Statistics Canada has provided a report for the third quarter of 2024, and they say about shy of 11% of Canadian businesses are planning to implement AI in their operation over the next 12 years, which is great. But in comparison to other countries such as India and UAE has a higher adoption rate. They're using their adoption rate is around close to 60%. So you can see that we're making progress, but we're still kind of far in the adoption curve. And also McKinsey has also released not too long ago that worldwide 65% of organizations worldwide are currently using Gen AI technologies and so on. So that's why we're kind of keen on tackling some problems that the region has and see how we can make an impact by introducing those kind of technologies and helping the region be more economically sustainable and so on. So I'll pass it on to you, KJ. And
excellent. And just to clarify, I think it's only 11% in the last 12 months. I think accidentally you said 12 years. So just for clarification on that. So just again, why is it important? Obviously it's important it's a new tool, right? It's not going anywhere. People need to learn how to use this tool to work best for them. Number one, it drives a competitive advantage, or it can drive a competitive advantage if implemented correctly. It can improve your operational efficiency, and of course enhance customer experience, right? It gives you that opportunity sort of to reset on those items. It can also unlock some new revenue streams, and as well as foster agility and resilience within your organization, so you're able to better adapt and swing to changes. And it also helps to future-proof the business, right? The future of AI is not going anywhere, and so the fact that such a large number of organizations have adopted AI to date really needs to be addressed. And of course, boosting your talent and productivity, and that could be individually or within the organization, right? So just making sure that you're also taking that onus upon yourself to do so. And of course, we talked about, we'll hear later from Wayne at Team Chickamas, who will talk a little bit more about how AI has unlocked some opportunities from a product perspective, and sort of what that journey has been for him. So how can AI, innovate? So how can it really innovate and make a difference, right? What is this tool going to be able to do for me? Well, first of all, if you want to innovate with AI, you need to upskill and stay informed, right? And that's part of what you're doing here today. But it does need to be a conscious and a consistent effort to make sure that you're staying in line with adoption and changes within AI. You can also identify opportunities in your role. So, how can you change how you work today and help evolve that either in your organization or within another organization, or understand what that future is going to look like so that you can continue to grow your career and find that space? So, really identifying those opportunities in your role is really critical for agility in our roles. Of course, you can become a champion and participate in AI projects. You can either, champion those projects yourself, kind of help support those, or as a participant, you could make sure, again, that you're skilled enough to really make an impact as those are landing in your organization. You can also be an advocate for data quality. As we know, data is the air for AI. Ensuring that you're part of that data conversation. By default, if your organization is well structured, should automatically let you slide into those AI, that AI evolution. So really being that advocate for data quality, knowing that that's going to have an impact on your AI future. And of course, experiment and innovate, right? Make sure you're taking the time to understand the tools out there. And I know there's tons, because my head spins sometimes, trying to stay up to date. But just making sure that we're experimenting and innovating and really getting hands-on with this new technology. And of course, foster a culture of AI awareness, right? So if you want to innovate, if personally or in your organization, you have to foster a culture of AI awareness. So what is it? What can the tool do? How do you use it? And where do you go if you need support, right? Making sure that all of that stuff is well framed and defined. And of course, engage with leadership. Your leaders need to be comfortable with how that's going to fit with their strategies and their goals, and make sure it aligns. So just making sure that you're engaging with your leadership as you go through this journey, or as your organization is going through this journey. And of course, I'm a big proponent of AI for good. You need to stay ethical. This is a tool, and it can be a powerful tool. And you want to make sure, though, that you have appropriate governance and framing around the tool and your data to ensure that it stays ethical, that you're meeting your compliance and regulations. As those continue to evolve and mature, we'll see that even become more of a forefront in this industry. And of course, seek out certifications and advanced training as you become more aware, and as your organization becomes more aware. Continue to learn how to evolve and grow, because this will, as a tool, continue to evolve and grow. So that's a little bit about what AI innovation is. So it's not just the technology, it's also the evolution of who you are and what you do. So AI innovation opportunities. This is specifically focused within the Okanagan, but this can be any region. We just picked out some areas within the Okanagan that are sort of perhaps higher performing industries within this region, but it could really apply to many. But looking at technology, right? Looking at AI driven product development, or enhancing the customer support. We talk about AI call centers, chat bots. I think we've all, sort of experienced those. They're really looking at how, development and project management and all of the supporting pieces and technology can be supported or driven by AI. Manufacturing, predictive maintenance and quality control. Manufacturing, of course, there's bots, right? And there's a lot of opportunity for AI automation within the manufacturing industry. Agriculture and viticulture. This particular region has a lot of farming and wineries. So of course, precision farming, pest and disease detection and management, all of those things that allow these farms to be successful, can be, monitored and managed and reported on using AI. And tourism. Tourism is huge, personalizing marketing, or using chatbots for visitors, or just using that data and that information. We do have a colleague we used to work with in the past, Jason and I, who really heads up the data and AI strategy at Destination Canada. And they are doing some unbelievable work with the data there and AI. So it's really, really making a big difference in the tourism area. And of course, healthcare. Healthcare, that's a bit of a passion of mine. Predictive analytics, personalized treatment plans, the list can go on and on. There's so many applications for AI within this industry to really help support, making it more efficient, growing and really at the benefit of the patient. So there's so many different applications. As you can see, it's vast across industries, but there's different ways in which AI can really make a difference in the industry or the vertical that you potentially are focused on. So AI innovation sort of openings. By openings, I mean sort of opportunities, areas that you think maybe areas that you're already in, or maybe areas you think you may want to lean into. But these are areas that are really going to open up because of AI and AI innovation. Business transformation, it's been happening for years, business transformation, but really making sure there's scalability, automation, and augmentation within that. So how can AI automate things? How can AI augment existing business processes and workflows? How can it make it more scalable, right? How can you grow faster than you have in the past? AI ethics and responsibility. So really making sure that, that there's no bias and there's fairness in your data, right? That you have rich data sets. You continue to find and forge for good data sets or develop good data sets, right? That's really going to be an area of opportunity. Making sure there's transparency. So how do you communicate your AI solution and making sure that that's transparent and is communicated in a way that the users will adopt it and feel comfortable? That's really important. And of course, the accountability around that, around what you produced and what you've generated, and making sure there's ongoing support and review around that. So that's, that governance model that needs to wrap around it. Of course, data and infrastructure, making sure that there's infrastructure, it's ready. It's ready not just for AI, but it's ready to grow rapidly from a data set perspective. And that data and that is secure, right? Everything is locked down. There's no issues. So that is going to be even more critical than it has in the past. It's lived, it's been here, it's nothing new, but it is going to be exponential and it is going to grow. Organizational readiness, building AI culture. So making sure that you have AI innovation or an innovative culture is going to be critical for adoption. Of course, that's going to require potentially some workforce upskilling and your leadership buy-in that we talked to a little bit earlier on. But those are areas that, you can, for innovation, it's ripe for innovation. It's ripe for people to go in and help support that. Measuring success, of course, is always something, making sure we're making data-driven decisions, but making sure those ROIs and those KPIs now involve AI, right? Where AI solutions and your data solutions to make sure that all of that is wrapped together, it's continuous, and it's message and findings and output all all aligned. And that will also drive that continuous improvement. And of course, collaboration opportunities, right? Taking a look at partnerships. You know, what certifications should you get as a person? What partnerships, AI partnerships, should you as an organization be forging? You know, should you be looking at open source tools? You know, are you looking at cross industry learning? You know, all of these things really allow you to grow and grow rapidly, not just personally, but professionally or organizationally. So making sure that there's some due diligence around, you know, these tools, you know, in partnerships and industry.